know how to make an app. First, you might want it to change your background color, but this is a particular app, right? So, in properties, you select background color and make that background color cyan. So, when you get all this inside, it will have screen 1. You can connect to your phone or you can download emulator. So, have fun. First, what are we going to do? We need to add a text box, which is still in the user interface. Drag the text box and go on there, and then the text box is in there. So right in the corner you see a block sign. You press the thing and then it gets you in a whole place where there's box, where there's a big place where you can put all the programs you need. But today we're going to use a particular program. So, oh, I just forgot something. We gotta go back to Designer. We need to put, well, it's not in user interface, right? So, you are going to Sensors, click on the accelerometer sensor, and drag it down, and then you get a new component which says non-visible components. It's not going to show up on your screen, it's just going on the phone. Or you cannot use it if you're using an emulator, but if you're using a phone, then it's compatible. Now we're going to go to Media and go to Text-to-Speech, and that is also a non-visible component. So if you do a different thing, go in Components and delete it and press OK, and then it will go away. But you need one more thing. If you get the Text-to-Speech one, then put it in the wrong place. Oops, wrong button.
What are you doing?
Now it will go in non-visible components when you
You want to switch? This is what I'm thinking of
do it. So now, you want to do is go back to blocks. Now we are going to program the whole thing. It doesn't take that long. First you get out button 1. If you name your button 1, which I might show you on part 2, you drag it and it says when button 1 dot click, and then space, and then drop down and it says do, and there's a blank part. You go to Text-to-Speech 1 and do call Text-to-Speech 1 dot speak blank message. For the message part, you click those two together. It makes a little sound. So now, what I want to do is go to the text and blocks, and it's built in. So go text, and it's actually the first one. It's all pink, maybe kind of pink, magenta, and get a blank part and put it where message is. It makes a sound again. Well, what do you want to say when you can put whatever you want. I am going to put my dad is crazy.
Oh, so you agree that your chairs are a bad idea to be in there? They're heavy also.
I don't know if it's a bad idea, but
You could stop and move out the way. I'll take you.
and then you press enter, and it all becomes into the magenta. It's kind of magenta. So now, what I want to do is go to text box. And the text, you put that in when button 1.click do, and then you put it with the same thing. It can, the other block that you put inside there can do that. So this is kind of hard for me because it usually works, but I'm gonna use the phone this time. But on the next tutorial, that's gonna happen when you use the phone. You can also download the emulator, which App Inventor will help you. If you have a different kind of App Inventor, you need to get the beta one. That's actually the best one you should get. So then you will go in blocks, accelerometer sensor 1, tap it, and then you get when accelerometer sensor 1 dot shaking do blank. It's kind of the same thing, but it's a little very different. So what you want to do, you go back to text-to-speech 1 and do call text-to-speech 1 dot speak message. You put that in. Then what you want to do is go back to text and pick the blank one. So you got a blank one. You're gonna put in, for mine, so it can go with my button, it's gonna say, oh, he changed. Enter. It's kind of the same thing, but are you missing anything? You might think so. Connect, and you have the phone, go pick AI Companion. If you have an emulator, press emulator, and then you gotta wait until it's say 3, even though there's a part 2 was named, part 3 it's supposed to be named, but when we put it on YouTube and we do all the other stuff, you'll finally get to see it. So we're doing this on AI2 Companion. Remember. Stay tuned for the next video. It's gonna be with Spy Gear Walkie Talkie. Bye. Got them.